Hello, hello, my Core 3 friends. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening in to our live stream today. I am chiming in from very hot and extremely warm California. You'll notice I got my hair up today a little bit, just to do as much as I can to try to stay cool. I appreciate you for listening in today to hear what I have to share today, and I'm excited to discuss with you purpose versus pleasure. Um, I am very appreciative of all of you who are subscribers. I also want to thank each and every one that happened to be tuning in that's not a subscriber but was just interested in what we're discussing. And I would greatly appreciate it if you could. If you could please subscribe. My goal is to go live every Tuesday, noon Pacific Standard Time. And I search for topics that I trust and believe are informative, uplifting, and inspiring to you, as well as touch base on some things I see happening somewhat consistently in the work that I'm doing with others. So I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Also, provide it an offering of a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I know there's a ton of folks on YouTube and many different people with different podcasts and channels. So anyone that happens to be watching at any time, whether you're watching me directly live or at some point later, it is no little thing. I am consider my channel, my discussions, my topics very low on the totem pole compared to a lot of the folks that are out there. So I appreciate your attention and your time. We provide here at Core3 areas in serve you in 3 areas. That is music therapy, counseling, and coaching. And I have been in the field of the helping profession of therapy and counseling for over 20 years now. And I constantly find, as much as I am always learning, there's spaces where I'm also always improving. And so I hope today that you find some information for you that helps give you a little bit extra boost and a push with wherever you happen to be in your life on your journey. If you need some extra support and you like the engagement and you would like to speak with me more and see how I can support you, please go ahead and reach out. Our contact information is in the link below. We provide services in person if you happen to be local to our office area here in Northern California, as well as remotely. So, one of those two options I'm sure will work for you. Let us get a hold of each other and let's find out how we can support you with whatever you happen to be challenged with as of today. So, for today, I would like to dive into purpose versus pleasure. I constantly notice that when I'm working with individuals, um, it can feel like a trap. um, uh, that you're stuck in between your purpose and your pleasure. And I believe the last couple of years has taught us many things, but one of them for sure is we started to recognize that our purpose was misaligning with what brought us or helped us tap into or step into pleasure. I'm one of those firm believers that our main purpose is to in this journey is to be able to support each other, help each other, to show each other as much love and respect as possible, to be as healthy as we possibly can be, and to totally enjoy ourselves. And these past couple of years, we realized where many of us, we were off step and out of line with just about all of those that I mentioned. Um, and I understand that not everyone wants to turn their passion into profit, right? Or their pleasure doesn't always have to necessarily provide them or earn them an income. I totally get that. To each his own in that manner. But I think there's still some good key skills that we can take in helping us align ourselves where we are doing more so in line with our purpose, and also obtaining and stepping into moments of joy and pleasure. So let's talk a little bit today, okay? I'm looking down at my notes if you're wondering what is she looking at. So I think that it's important to learn skills that will help us to do life better and do life well. Okay. And so in the therapy space or the coaching space, that is what is at the forefront of my mind when I'm pulling up my chair up aside alongside someone and helping them figure out things and or to heal through things and repair things. Okay. So there are, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six. There are six key skill sets that I want to highlight to bring to the forefront of your mind when you think of purpose versus pleasure. Number one is to simplify one's commitments. Um, we can often find ourselves overcommitted to things or not committed to things enough to see them manifest or come to fruition. Okay, so simplify your commitments. This is skill set number one in helping to establish balance with purpose and pleasure. It's good to regularly take a step back to assess your commitments. List all your weekly and monthly tasks in a useful way of doing this. See everything written down, and it will help you to establish what's important. I'm one of those people that I like lists. I know some people don't work with lists or don't like lists. I find lists or the priorities or tasks at hand, knowing what those are, have seen them, writing them down. I find that very helpful to me. This is a good skill set because it will help to protect the time that you have, which is a great habit because it will allow you to remove the stuff that no longer adds value, and you can make space for the things that truly bring you greatest joy. Sometimes it can be hard to drop things from a schedule for fear of letting others down. But remember that your time is precious. And if you're feeling tired, overwhelmed, or unable to pursue your goals, something needs to change. And people are usually understanding if you're honest about how you're feeling. Another way that can help you simplify your commitments is by combining tasks and commitments. For example, you could get off at a bus stop a little bit earlier, thus linking your commute with exercise. Or you could listen to an inspiring podcast or an ebook or even a language class while you're doing your weekly shopping or cleaning your house or cleaning chores around the house. You can also look at new and creative ways to complete your daily tasks, which can make the mundane feel joyful again. And a change in lifestyle is a perfect way to shake up your daily routines and view life from a fresh perspective. All right, so establishing your goals is the next skill set. While taking time to simplify your commitments, it's valuable to look at your goals Getting to the end of the ironing pile isn't a goal, nor is clearing the inbox. We're talking about longer term defining aims like training for a marathon, completing a work project, or learning a new skill. So establish your goals. What are they? If you need help in that, please reach out to me. That's one of the things that I do, especially as far as the coaching skill set, and not also just within the therapy or counseling session. Okay. Number three, these are skill sets that help us align and find balance with pleasure and purpose. Is give your time a little structure. Okay. If you completed like the first two steps, you'll have a simplified your routine and commitments to a manageable amount and identified a realistic goal. At this stage, many of us can get caught up in our everyday tasks and commitments and neglect our goals, putting off things until tomorrow. Before we know it, 6 months have passed. Okay. So, lend yourself to a little bit of structure. Like for me, I have a goal of clearing out the rest of my garage. I've done half of it this year. This year's almost over. My plan was to completely have it done. Not going to be trying to do that next year, right? So here we are now, September. I only have a couple of more months left, but I still have that goal of clearing out my garage. And so I have a system in place of I do a little bit every week. There's like 10 to 12 things I'm going to start to shift and move along that I no longer use, that's just sitting there in the way collecting dust. I'm going to shift those 10 things out every week. Okay. Number four is involve other people. Being accountable to someone can be extremely valuable. Saying what you like to achieve to another person brings it to life. Having someone be accountable, like I shared my goal with the garage with my partner, with my husband. Okay, so then he's good about that thing of reminding me. You said you're gonna do that thing, so that helps me stay on point. Sometimes it does bug me because I'm like, oh, no. But it helps me to stay aligned to the goal that I set. Number five is root out the time wasters. And this is what is an amazing skill set because, again, how much are we lending to the things that we value in what we do and not? Okay. We all have things that we can't resist checking, updates, news, social media, our emails. It's important to establish our weaknesses to ensure that we don't get distracted. Oh my goodness, how many of us can get into our social media stuff, or emails or stuff, and we find that an hour or more has gone by? Okay. So we want to root out time wasters. We want to set boundaries and perimeters around those things that can suck up a lot of our time. Okay. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Stay put. Just one more key skill set: celebrate your achievements. It's important to take time to acknowledge your achievements, whether you've completed a task or reached an objective. Stopping to reflect can be very empowering, and resting your body and your mind will also prepare you for the next stage. Here's the other thing: we should celebrate ourselves, and we should celebrate ourselves more consistently and more often. Okay. Especially when you set aside the goal of what it is that you're wanting to achieve or hoping to achieve and do. For me, the reward is stepping into a room that's not cluttered, that's organized. I physically and mentally feel just more at ease and relaxed. So that is my reward of being able to step into my garage and not feeling like I want to get out of here. Let me get in and out as quickly as possible. But I'm going to be looking forward to stepping into a space that's open, that's cluttered free. Okay. All right. I want to share with you today. I was thinking of just little things to do differently each time. I love these soul truth cards. And I thought it was very appropriate today in regards to rewarding ourselves, connecting with our mind and body. I talk about this when I'm working with people. It says, when was the last time you danced freely? We need to enjoy life more. We need to enjoy ourselves more. We need to step into and have that balance. Many of us need to step into definitely more pleasure. Dancing is wonderful. We're not on Dancing with the Stars. We're not being judged on our skill sets. We're moving our body. We're turning up some music we love. I encourage you this week, dance more. Do something to get your body and your mind connected and tapping into joyfulness. It says here, dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within and the feeling you feel of being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with some dance today. So, on that note, I hope you found this informative, uplifting, and inspiring on how to develop a balance between purpose and pleasure. Next week, please tune in with me as we dive in more on how to create your own little home retreat. When you need a retreat, when you need a respite, and you can't go away somewhere, whether you don't have the time or the funds to do so. We're going to talk about creating a home retreat for yourself. Okay, we want to take care of our mind and our body, uplift our spirits. All right, so with that, I appreciate you. I thank you so much for listening into what I had to share and say today. I am sending out nothing but good vibes your way from my hands to yours. I hope you get that jolt of energy. Please know these three things and remember these three things always. You matter, you are worthy, and you are oh so loved. This is Megan here with Core3 Harmony and Wellness Services. I appreciate you. Please subscribe, please share, and I look forward to speaking with you again next Tuesday and helping you create your own home retreat. All right, thank you so much. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day and your week.